long have you two known each other? Quite a while?
Not really that long. Probably since you started fishing the lakes, we started hanging out.
Yeah, I mean, first time I probably ever talked to you, I think was like at a open in Oklahoma or something.
Probably.
Something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
right.
Like 2015, something like that. So
Okay.
what? That's 5 years.
Yeah, that's right. We started.
Yeah.
We had some mutual friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Of course.
Your wife said that it could be either a great idea to put you two together or a terrible idea. So clearly you hang out a little bit.
Yeah, we hang out a little bit off the
Yeah.
water. We talk to each other on the phone every now and then and give each other a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
He,
That's pretty
he let
much-
me crash with him at Smith Lake last year. So
Yeah, we had
I
a
got
good time.
Got a free place to stay at his
That's the only reason he
humble
hung out.
abode.
His little shack.
Yeah.
It's the only reason he hung out with me.
Yeah.
Because he knew he had a free place to stay.
That's great. Hey, you got to use what you can.
Yeah. Just
I
using
think that's
me.
what they call friends with benefits, right?
I think so. Is that what we are?
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Things you find out on the No Limit.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So you guys are on an off day here in the beautiful town of Eufaula, Alabama. How far from here do you live?
Well, about 3.5 hours.
So growing up, was this place sort of a legendary thing in your mind, or was it not?
Not really. Like when I went to college at Auburn, it's only an hour away. So like, I remember we'd come down here and fish a little bit. I mean, it was because it was close, but I mean, it wasn't like the mecca of Alabama. But I mean, it was one of the top lakes. But it went through a cycle too, up and down.
So you were born in what year?
91.
91. You're actually younger than him, right?
90. I'm at 92.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this
like
is one of the
6
few
months.
guys on this tour who's younger than you.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest guy.
Young
I think,
buck.
by like a couple months.
All these young bucks coming in here and
Yeah.
taking our money.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever taken any of your money ever.
Nah,
So, Alton Jr., you are the son of Alton Sr., of course, a Bassmaster Classic champion. One, I believe your dad's one of the top 10 leading money winners of all time still. I believe he's in that top 10 list. So, you almost didn't really have any other choice. You were going to be a Bass Pro from like the minute you were born, correct?
I actually didn't know I wanted to be a professional fisherman until I was like probably 15.
Really?
I always fished with my dad growing up. I enjoyed it. I mean, I was pretty good at it. Had a lot of experiences at a young age. But when I started fishing my own tournaments, just like little jackpot stuff around the house and fishing the co-angler side of different series, that's when I was like, hey, I kind of like this. The competition side really kind of set a fire in me, and that's when I started taking it really serious.
You've been around this your whole life, though, correct? I mean,
Yeah,
clearly you
yeah,
traveled with your mom and dad.
I was homeschooled growing up, traveled around. I don't know if y'all have seen the movie RV with Robin Williams, but that's pretty much what my life was like. We traveled around in an RV and pulled a boat and truck behind it.
You're an RV kid.
Yeah. I've seen
I
a
didn't know.
lot of different things.
I'm sure.
So the discussion before we actually turned the recorder on here was about a couple different things. Video games, we'll go back into that later, but also about Brian Thrift, who showed up here this year, and no surprise to really anybody who's paid attention to bass fishing. He's doing really well.
Yeah, no surprise. No, I'm just impressed. I mean, a lot of these guys out here are obviously, they're top anglers in the world. But there's a few certain anglers that are probably ahead of the rest of the guys from a overall standpoint of just knowing what to do and when to do it. And he's impressive. Yeah. I mean, not just this tournament, but just his career and stuff. I mean, he's just he lands on the best stuff on the lake in a day, and that's impressive on a lake like this size. But it's crazy.
Yeah, I've never actually gotten to fish against Brian. I've always heard the horror stories of, how he takes everybody's money and how good he is. Yeah. But, you really never get to experience it until you fish against him. And I texted a buddy last night and I said, I guess Brian is as good as everyone says he is. It's pretty impressive to show up to your first Bass Pro Tour event against this group of guys and perform the way he did. And I'm going to guess this is not going to be the first.
No,
or the only championship round he fishes all year. This won't be it.
No, I'll be surprised when he doesn't. But no, it's crazy how dialed in they get. Being out on the water, we're on the water as long as they are, but just the knowledge they have that like Brian has is impressive.
We've dealt with kind of a typical late winter, early spring condition here, and that it rained like crazy during practice, and things have changed every single day. Do you guys get frustrated by that at all? I mean, is it? I mean,
Extremely.
Yeah.
Extremely, because, you know, you pretty much just have to scrap practice in events like these. I mean, you know, whatever you find, nothing's going to be the same. Your best bet is just to, find a good area and hope you can make a bass bite, you know, because things have changed so much. We've gone, since we got here, it was warm, and then we got rain, and it got cold. The lake came up 3 feet, and it's come back down 3 feet. I mean, in about a 4-day time span. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Some of the most extreme changes I've ever seen. It's just frustrating to know what lives here.
Yeah.
And the conditions we're having to face and how tough it's been. So we really haven't been able to showcase this body of water to the best of its abilities.
Sure looks okay though.
Yeah, this lake, like I said, like when I was in college, it was on a down cycle and it was super tough. Like it wasn't great, but since like the last couple of years, like I've seen weights here, and like my partner from college, I mean, he's had over 30 pounds, best 5 several times in tournaments. And so I knew what we were going to come to. But yeah, the muddy water, all the rain, that's probably the worst. That's probably the thing that's hurt, because you got to pretty much put it right on their head. I mean, you got to hit them right on.
I think personally it's one of the toughest places. With the conditions we've had, it's one of the toughest places I've ever seen to just go get a bite.
Yes.
I mean, when you get a bite, they're typically a good one. But, I mean, dude, just getting a bite, I went like almost 4 full periods over the last 2 days without a bite.
And you made it.
And I
made the cut.
Yeah. So I caught 2 fish the first day and 6 the second.
Yeah.
And made the cut. So that just goes to tell you how much of a grind it is. What do we have? Like 6 anglers yesterday didn't catch a bass.
Yeah, I caught 6 fish in 2 days and fished in the next round. That's me. Yeah. I mean, that's just hard. I mean, I'm casting the whole time. I mean, just it's hard to find a place that looks productive.
So you found yourself in the barrel yesterday, I guess, for lack of a better term, trying to survive. You ever gonna get used to that, you think?
No, not at all.
No.
Last year I was in that spot 3 times.
Yeah.
And all 3 times I ended up as, one of the first 3 guys out. So it felt good to finally be that guy.
Gotcha. All right. Welcome to this side of the line.
Yeah. And it's probably the second most intense MLF moment I've had was yesterday. Just, having it all unfold in the last second. At Kissimmee last year when you won, I caught a good one right at the end to make me into the finals. But second to that, that's about it. Yesterday, I told my official, I was like, dude, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you feel it. That's when I
was fishing different.
That's when I felt it the most. Was at Kissimmee last year, making it to that 3rd day, just like you were yesterday. You catch 2 or 3 in the last 10, 20 minutes, you're jacked up.
Yeah.
You're jacked up.
Yeah, it's a
awesome.
whole nother level. Like, dude, I was backlashing and freaking out.
Yeah, you're freaking out.
It can't throw the way you want it to. It gets in your head big time.
That's crazy. Yeah. So are you adjusted to it more, you think, after a year now, or no? I mean, this is the first event, right? It's been a few months. We haven't had a chance to really do this for a while. So
the biggest thing I've learned is when that last hour hits, you just better be in the best stuff you have, no matter what, because that's what everyone else does. Like, if you notice the score tracker, the most movement that happens is the last hour, because everyone, no matter what their day is held, they're going to go to their best 50-yard stretch, and they're gonna milk whatever's there, and typically that's going to yield a couple bass for these guys.
Right.
And so I know yesterday that there wasn't much movement all day, but right there in that last 30 minutes to an hour, there were more fish caught probably in that period than the whole rest. So you better fish your best, really kind of save your best stuff for last almost.
Yeah. No doubt.
How much anxiety does it give you guys to be on the bank when there's 40 guys out there right now? Conditions are maybe different, maybe not, who knows? But bottom line is, over the course of a 6-day event, that swapping back and forth from being on to off, you're going to hit it sometimes, and sometimes you're not going to hit it at all.
Oh, yeah. I mean, This week's different too because we've had changing conditions. Like normally, I mean, in a normal tournament, like we probably have at Okeechobee. I mean, stuff will change, but it won't be like drastic. I mean, you know, you're gonna have to get around a good area and figure it out. But it's not like this where you literally may fish a spot and it may be good one day and then it won't be good the rest of the week or you know, whatever. So yeah, it's basically like what Alton said. You got to go out there and just try to figure out the day, and that's hard to do. But there's going to be a couple guys that do it. Yeah,
I haven't looked at Score Tracker today, but I'm guessing. I personally think that the weights will continue to improve throughout the week as the water, if it stabilizes, because it can't get much worse.
Yeah, I don't think it. I thought it may get better, but I don't. I think there's going to be just a few guys that figure it out, and the rest. It's just going to be slow, painful death to the end, pretty much.
Let's talk about some really important things, video games. So you confess that you have a big screen downstairs.
Yeah.
Play little video games here and there. You say that you don't, but if you did commit to it, you'd probably spend all your life doing it.
I'm a recovering addict.
Are you really? Oh, you're in recovery.
No,
recovering from college days.
Yeah. Back in the day, I used to play way too much Halo and Call of Duty. And all that stuff. So I just am a lot less productive when there's an Xbox around. So I actually don't own an Xbox at the moment, and that's intentional because as much as I'm on the road, it's hard enough on the
So
wife.
the real reason I got an Xbox, I went to bookstore. I went to the hospital to see this young kid who has cystic fibrosis, and we were sitting there playing Xbox, and he murdered me. he beat me like I think 48-0, and I was like, and I was trying. I was like, I'm supposed to be decent at this. Like I played Madden before,
Right.
I mean, and he just destroyed me. So I was like, I'm gonna get an Xbox, and next time I play him, I'm gonna compete with him.
Yeah.
So I went and bought an Xbox like a week later.
You train up a little bit.
Yeah, I've been training up a little bit.
Have you been back?
I haven't been back yet, but
It's like Rocky music right now.
But when I do, you better watch out.
Is that your jam? Sports games? Like sports games?
Yeah. I mean, I got that. I got Madden. I got Grand Theft Auto, which of course I don't really understand it.
Just drive around and do bad things.
Yeah, you drive around and do bad things. I got bored with that, and I got an NBA game. But that's just too hard. So Madden's kind of my go-to if I go down there and play.
What about like the Mario series?
I played some of that in the past, but not recently.
No,
I just got a couple games. I don't really play that much.
I do have an N64 in the closet. I've got GoldenEye.
Yeah, that's the real
Mario
OG.
Kart.
Oh yeah,
That's the OG
Oh
games.
Yeah.
I mean, the OG is Atari. Do you even know what Atari is?
Yeah.
Have you two heard about Atari?
Yeah, but that was.
I think I saw it in a cave drawing one time.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, that was back in
Asteroids, Space Invaders.
Yeah.
N64. Nintendo 64 was our deal growing up. Probably.
Yeah, gotcha. What else besides bass fishing would you two consider yourself to be better than average at?
Absolutely nothing.
Come on.
I told you I'm not good at anything. Literally.
Basket
weaving?
I literally don't. I don't think I would say I'm above average at anything. I mean, I'm decent at snow skiing. That's about the only thing athletically that I'm good at. I've been doing it since I was a little kid, but that's about it.
Right. Did you either of you compete as kids in basketball, baseball, football, any of that stuff?
I did play high school basketball.
Yeah,
I was a bench warmer.
Yeah.
Your dad's a basketball fiend. I know he loves the game of basketball, right?
Yeah, he loves to watch. He's all about Baylor basketball.
Yeah.
It's a good year for it too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good year for Auburn basketball too.
Yeah, I know.
We're killing it.
Yeah.
Got a good coach. I'm not really above average. I mean, I'm mediocre at a lot of stuff. Like golf, I'm mediocre. I'm not great, but I'm not horrible.
Golf's hard.
But it's hard, yeah.
Yeah.
But I like to play. So I'd play golf a lot if I could. I live close to a golf course. So
I know what Jordan's good at.
Let's hear it.
You know, like you know what a sommelier is?
Yeah.
Like wine sommelier. This dude's a gas station biscuit sommelier.
Yeah,
He's had a biscuit out of every gas station east of the Mississippi. I'm pretty sure.
You told me you were going to deliver me to the biscuit promised land,
and I didn't.
And you didn't.
I didn't. Yeah,
You owe me.
I do owe you. Food. I'm a good judge at food. I know what good food is.
That's the truth, though. You do. Yeah.
I can sniff out. I can sniff out a good place.
All right.
Getting better. I'm getting better at grilling. I'm getting above average at that.
Okay.
So I'm working on that right now.
You whipping on the Traeger yet?
Yeah.
Nice. I got me one too.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm on that bandwagon. I'm impressed so far.
Yeah. It makes a bad cook seem like a good cook.
Yeah,
That's
for
what
Is that how
sure.
it is?
Yeah.
Crutch, kind of
it
crutch,
does.
You
yeah.
can't ruin something on the Traeger.
Yeah, so it makes you feel like you know what you're doing.
The biscuit thing, is that just a going?
It's an Alabama thing.
Is that how it is?
It's a north out like you can't just do that anywhere. But like where I'm from, like there's it's like it's a thing, I guess.
Yeah, gas station biscuits, right? Like legit, like gas stations
That have cooks
that
in
make
there.
their own biscuits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like just like horrible either. Like it's not what you're thinking. It's they're legit.
I get what
you
you're
know?
saying. Yeah.
They are good.
Yeah.
When I stayed with him, he took me around.
Right.
And here's how big time he is. We walk in, and he gets like a mellow yellow and a biscuit, and he walks up to pay, and that guy goes, "No, you don't pay for this." And he just walks out.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I was like, man, this is
A
live
mellow
day-
yellow.
day in the life.
I wasn't
I don't
mellow
think
It
yellow.
was something like
I don't
that.
think-
It wasn't
Fanta?
mellow yellow.
I bet it
Was
was.
Fanta?
It wasn't a fan. No.
Squirt.
It was something weird.
Yellow. One of the yellow sodas.
It was something really weird.
It could have been a sun drop.
That's probably what it was.
I've never even heard of. That must be a southern thing. What is a sun drop?
Sun drop?
I don't know what a sun drop
Gosh,
is.
well, you got a lot to learn, Joel.
Apparently, I do.
You got a lot to learn.
You got to help me
man.
out. Biscuits and sun drops. Apparently,
Well, I'll tell you what. I think that's the only thing Brian Thrift drinks is sun drop.
is that right?
Yeah, I swear. Every time I see him doing he does a podcast or whatever, he's always got a sun drop. So it must be something to it.
Everybody run out and get a bunch of sun drops then. Apparently, yeah.
In a can.
I've never had one, so I think I might have to have one tomorrow morning. Maybe.
Clearly, yeah. Man,
But yeah, I don't drink them that often. But I think Thrift's probably got a 12-pack of them in his boat right now.
Yeah.
Probably just crushing them on the water.
what is your secret to staying healthy on the road? Do you have a secret to staying healthy on the road, other than the fact that you're young? Do you guys do anything else besides?
Well, my wife, she eats somewhat healthy, so she has to. So I kind of follow along her lead. You know,
Got it. Yeah.
we gotta try to eat somewhat healthy. I'm not going to say I'm like the healthiest person in the world. Alton's not.
I really don't eat healthy on the road, but my biggest thing is I eat healthy when I'm at home and I work out when I'm at home because I trash my body when I'm on the road. It's hard not to. I mean, like if I was to get eliminated tomorrow night, I'd probably drive until 2 a.m. and try to get as many hours under the road and sleep in the back of my truck. And I mean, I'm just trying to get to and from as fast as I can, and that usually ends up me stopping.
That's what I should do.
That's stopping at McDonald's and having a Red Bull at 1 o'clock in the morning and stuff like that.
Yeah, you feel absolutely horrible the next day.
Yeah, you
You're
might as well
hungover.
not even do it because it's like you're sick the next day because of it.
Yeah, that's what we do though.
When you say you work out, what do you do? What do you do? Are you
I actually go to the
cycle, cardio, weights?
I do a kickboxing class.
That sounds like fun.
And it's called 9 Round Fitness. It's fun. It's different every day.
Yeah.
And it's like 35 minutes, and it kicks my butt.
I didn't know you did that.
Yeah.
That's impressive. I'm impressed right now.
Put 'em up.
Better watch out.
You throw a
Let's
punch.
duke. Let's duke
Throw a
it out.
punch.
I'm just waiting for that dude to throw across my line sometime.
Do you guys get nervous with the camera or no? Or are you used to having the camera on board with you?
No, but when it's tough, it's like it is now, and you got a camera on you. You feel like you have to. I don't know. It depends how you're doing and what you're on.
It's more pressure for sure,
Yeah.
but I mean, I wouldn't say like I don't like having a camera. It's a catch-22. I don't know what is that saying. Like, because if you're catching them, dude, it's like the best thing ever.
That's right. That's right.
If you're not catching them, it's really unpleasant.
Yeah, it's not fun
Unpleasant. I'm trying to use
because
it
you feel like they're waiting, for something, and it's not happening.
I'm letting you
It's
down.
like, yeah.
So first event, let's look down the schedule. Is there anyone in particular that you're looking forward to more than the others?
Probably what everyone would say is the St. Lawrence. I mean, it's a place that a lot of us have been before, and I've actually been up there that time of year. And I don't know what kind of weight limits they're going to put on us. If they do a 3-pound minimum, it might change. But like it's unreal that time of year.
Really?
It's going to be record breaking, smash fest.
I'm stoked about that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Champlain, I probably have an idea more there than anywhere, but I mean, yeah, I mean, they're going to be fun. It's going to be some fun tournaments.
Yeah.
We're going to have to really, this could be the lowest weight one
all year
all year.
for sure.
Man, that's crazy. Think
No,
about
we-
that.
And
got-
big fish, but, you know, numbers,
Yeah,
it'll
right.
be the lowest one.
You got Fork and Raleigh on the schedule too, which
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the problem with springtime tournaments is it can either be unbelievably fantastic or, you know, you hit a cold front and it's
That's right,
going to be
we
a
can.
tough situation like we have here. But if we can hit one of those two, Raleigh or Fork, right, it'll be unbelievable.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
So how about heavy hitters? Little chat before we started here about what it's going to take to qualify for heavy hitters. As of this moment, you two haven't hit 5 pounds yet, correct?
Right.
Do you have a 5 pounder?
No,
No,
this event?
I've got like a 3.9 or something. It's my big
Okay.
one.
you're on them.
So you have some work to do.
Yeah, I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball with a 3.9.
Yeah, so the heavy hitters, we have to have our biggest 5 over the next 5 tournaments.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, we were talking about it. It's probably going to be in the 25-pound range, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's a lot of days on the water, and we're in big fish factories.
Yep.
At least.
That's, dude, one of the biggest reasons I wanted to qualify for the next round yesterday when I was right there on the bubble is I was like, dude, I need a 5 pounder.
Yeah.
I'm setting myself up in a hole.
Yep.
If I don't get that, so I get another day to go out there to try to set myself up.
More time on the water,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yep.
That's a big key.
Will you adjust at all? Say you find yourself to be super comfortable in the cut. Will you go kind of big swim bait and try to find a giant fish at all? Will you find yourself doing that at all or not?
Probably not, but Alton always runs into some big fish. I think he's won, like, big bass, like, more tournaments than you've not. I mean, you've caught a lot of big fish in there. In these
Yeah.
major league tournaments, yeah.
I think in the last 2 years I've won big bass of the day. I've never won big bass of the tournament in my entire life ever, even like jackpot stuff. But I won big bass of the day like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I
you know-
tend to just dumb into a big one every now and again.
Yeah, it's the normal stuff, though. You just got to throw it in front of
Yeah.
one out here. I mean, you don't really target them. I mean, it's just getting a bite, and then
Yeah.
boom, it may be a monster.
This time of year, there's not really a specific. If you're fishing for a fish, you're fishing for a big one. That's just the time of year. I don't, and especially the conditions. I mean,
Yeah.
you're just fishing for a bite. You know, you go to Lake Fork or something, and you get comfortable, and a big swim bait might play, but not here. You won't see me fish any different.
Are you guys stoked about heavy hitters?
If we make it,
Yeah,
I mean, it'd be
it's gonna
cool.
be a tough tournament to make.
yeah,
It'll be
it'll be an
real.
awesome event, though. I mean, you know, just the prize money that's at stake for, I mean, that last day,
Dude,
100,000 for the biggest fish is crazy.
Isn't that?
That's
something?
There's a
that's
really
epic.
good chance the dude that wins the thing is going to catch big bass too.
Possibly, yeah.
It's a really good chance of it.
That'd be a big deal.
Yeah.
Be awesome.
I hope I get to fish it. I've never been down there in May.
I was just thinking about if you lose like a 9 or 10 pounder, like the last day.
Just watch $100,000 go.
That would be-
go away at your fingertips. That'd be the hardest. I mean, outside of
Oh, that would be horrible.
probably the hardest fish loss of
Yeah.
angler
There's a
could
camera on board, and
experience.
you may see the biggest fit of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It's rough.
So it'd be cool to see.
That's rough.
Yeah, it'd be rough.
So let's talk about the sponsor game. So you have a brand new slick looking wrap.
I do.
Talk about Mystic.
I do.
Yeah.
Picked up a new title sponsor this year,
Yeah.
Mystic Lubricants. They're an oil company. They do oil products for basically anything you can imagine, all the way from big, giant construction vehicles all the way down to your boat and motor and truck, or if you drive a Prius, they got something for that too. So they're going to be a great partner. I'm really looking forward to working with them all year, and I think that wrap looks pretty sweet.
Good looking wrap. I
Yeah.
just like
Good.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Yours was my favorite last year. The new
Really?
color. Yeah. The new color kind of stands out. I really like it. It's a good looking wrap.
Thanks. Yeah, they did a good job on it. They the wrap. I took it to South Carolina this year, and the logos are like reflective. So at night they light up if you have light on, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen that before.
It's like chrome or what?
No, it's just like the material. When the light hits it, they glow.
That's pretty awesome.
Magic.
Yeah.
Magic.
What pushed you to do the lighter color? Because you've run like a dark wrap previously, haven't you?
Yeah, last year it was more of a it was white kind of with
Lighter?
gray. It was a little bit lighter.
So last year
but
was your lighter wrap, is what I meant.
yeah. This was it. That gray is kind of my color, I guess. So I try to go with something like that.
New year, new you.
Yeah, new year, new me, new truck. I just mix it up.
You like that new truck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
Pulls
diesel.
it, doesn't it?
I got a diesel this year. But yeah, it's nice.
How many miles do you guys expect to put on your rigs this year? What's your
What is?
typical
Yeah,
drive
he
range?
puts a bunch on his. Probably he's got to drive to Texas.
that's right.
I mean, like I'll put like 45 on it this year, probably.
Yeah, something like that. That's probably what I do.
So it'll just depend. It's a long ways to like St. Lawrence. The key is you got to fly back and forth. You got to leave your rig up there.
Right.
I mean, I think it's like 1,600 miles for me to get up
It's a
there.
long ways.
Yeah.
It's a long ways.
Yeah, so you're putting some miles on it.
So
My 45,000 is usually what we do.
Yeah.
Which isn't crazy, but it's just basically to the tournaments and back.
yeah, when I'm at home, I typically don't drive my rig all too much. It's kind of hard to.
Drive
Like-
a Prius around.
I don't drive a Prius. He's got the little, what is it, the dancing mouse car, the Kia Soul.
I used to. It's gone now.
Oh,
But yeah, I did have a little Kia Soul. That's what I'd creep around
Just
in.
to zip around in?
Yeah.
Really?
it's not what you'd expect him to do.
No, it's not. I love that car. It's gone though.
I hopped
Yeah.
in the car with him to go to the anglers meeting at Bass
We were riding
Pro
dirty.
at Smith. And he's like listening to like, I don't know, it was like 2 Chainz, dude. The mirrors hanging off of this thing. Like knocked it off, and he's like revving his engine as we're coming into the parking lot. Like,
That was funny.
Wow.
The Kia Soul. Yeah, it's not here anymore, but it's a fun little car.
yeah.
What's your road music? Mix it up a little bit.
I
Everything?
mix it up. I'm either country or rap. That's usually that's what my XM stations are. That's pretty much it though.
Yep.
Yeah, you'd have no idea who listens to my Spotify playlist. Like if you're like, "Whose is this?" You would know if this is like a 12-year-old teenage girl or a
Hardcore.
yeah. Or it's like
Rapper.
rap. Yeah,
Yeah.
Really?
There's everything.
That doesn't surprise me.
It's really depends on
All
the
over
day.
the place.
Yeah. So I listen to literally everything, and when I'm feeling real, I
Fruity.
guess no, I listen to podcasts sometimes when I'm driving. Get out of here. I listen to podcasts whenever I'm just not into music. So there's one that's called My Favorite Murder. It's like a crime podcast.
Yeah, I'd listen to that.
Never heard of
It's
it.
pretty interesting.
You do listen to it?
I would listen
would?
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a big time crime.
All we did on our off days when we stayed with him is we sat on the couch and watched live PD and Cops.
Yeah. My favorite show's First 48. It's a homicide show. I've watched like every episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm into that kind of stuff. I need to check that out.
It's literally just 2 chicks and like people mail in like their hometown stories of like the craziest thing that's ever happened in their town, and they just read the stories. That's all it is. So it's pretty cool.
What's the name again?
My Favorite Murder.
Murder.
Some of them are good, some of them are bad. I
I
don't
better
know.
jot that down.
Yeah, you better drop.
It's a good way to kill the time when they're on the road.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's just killing the time.
You guys going home? You going straight to Florida?
I am going.
What's your plans between now and Okeechobee?
I'm going home. Unfortunately, I'd like to go straight to Florida, but I actually don't have a hydraulic jack plate on this boat yet. My Atlas jack plate just got shipped to the house because a lot of changes happened. Boat and motor changes happened. This
That's right,
year.
yeah.
And so all that happened late. My Atlas jack plate got to my house on Monday, so I'm going to drive home, have that thing installed, and because you don't want to go to Florida without a hydraulic jack plate.
Right.
And so I'm going to have that put on and then essentially turn right back around and drive 20 hours to Okeechobee.
Oh wow. So you're just a hop skip away.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home. I signed up for a BFL in Smith Lake
Attaboy.
Saturday. So
Really?
yeah, I'm gonna fish that.
Sure, that's going to be high and muddy.
Yeah, it probably will. Probably be. We're supposed to get like 5 to 10 inches of rain this week, so I'm gonna just fish it Saturday. I hadn't fished one in a long time. I was just like, it's 20 minutes from the house. I might as well just
Why not?
Go
Right?
fish.
Yeah. Have you fished any FLW stuff?
I've fished some coastas back in the day.
Back in the day,
but
yeah.
none this year at the moment. The problem is like there's a really good division in Texas, but it's all like East Texas, and that's like 3 to 3.5 hours from my house, and so it's not easy to just pop out there, for a day, and fish those events. So, but
Yeah.
if as soon as there's a BFL region Like I'm sure it's coming, you know, in Central Texas because we got a lot of good lakes, you know, within an hour of me. I'll be fishing all those because it's there's nothing more fun than fishing just a little more laid back derby than what we're used to.
Got it.
Like I've fished some team tournament stuff.
Yeah.
It was an open series that fished around, and just fishing a team tournaments with our buddy Shane Howell this year was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
I signed up for what are they called? What are the coasters called again?
The Toyota Series.
Toyota Series. I signed up for 2 of those.
you
Right near
fishing
the
any yak
waiter.
derbies?
No, not well. I'm putting on a kayak tournament in the fall again. I did one last year.
That's right. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. But I'm doing we're doing that again, I think,
Cool.
this fall. So it should be a good time.
Let's run through your kayak thing again. So we've done some stuff with you, but when did you get into that? Recent,
It's
right?
been
Couple years?
pretty recent, yeah, a couple years, and you know, it's hard obviously to find a lot of time to fish out of them, but I still try to when I can. I mean, it's just something. It's just fun, just to, you know, instead of taking the boat out, I mean, just take it out and go to a creek or something and mess around. I mean, it's fun to do in the off season, really, and just do something a little different. But I fished my first kayak tournament, and it was crazy how close to the boat you would actually get a bite. Like you could be like 3 or 4 or 5 feet from, you know, I was catching them on a frog, and like they would blow up like right near the kayak and eat it. And it's, I guess, because you're so quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, they had no clue you were there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Trolling motor may be quiet to us, but those fish hear it.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, especially with a lot of the advances in trolling motors this year, I think it'll be a big player for like shallow fishing, things like that.
You can ease up on that kayak, sneaky.
Have you seen the videos of the guys with like the cane pole and a buzzbait, where they like go back and forth on reed lines?
I've seen something like that.
Yeah, dude. They literally they'll have like an 8-foot pole, and they'll just be like paddling real slow and just like all in and out of the reed lines. And dude, the buzzbait's literally like just straight tied to the end of this rod with this much line out, and they just lift 5-pounders in the
What?
in the front.
I hadn't seen that.
No.
I lied.
I'll show y'all a video of it.
Yeah.
I'll check that out.
Crazy. Crazy. Is there any advantage to being your age as it relates to electronics? And I asked Wheeler and Neil this same question about a year ago. I asked them because you two have grown up in an electronic world, period. I mean, so
Yeah.
So my theory is that you're already predisposed to understand electronics better. Am I inaccurate?
I mean,
Am
I
accurate?
think all technology, like our age group, is just we grew up around it. We've grown up with phones in our hands, iPads, you know, in front of computers. So I think the learning curve is a little less. But these electronics we run these days, they're pretty self-explanatory. I don't think it's super complex. I mean, you could take most people just off the street, and they'll be able to, you know, see a brush pile on side imaging or, you know, things like that. There are some guys that are definitely better than others, but I wouldn't consider myself an electronics pro. I mean,
We can all read them.
Yeah.
We can all read them, and like we know how to find fish offshore when they're. But what separates yourself is like a tournament like this, and like the guys who are like above average, or the guys who are the best. They're some of the best in the world at reading electronics. They'll find something in no matter what the conditions are, and that's when it's impressive.
I think.
Because
Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, like if the tournament was in the summer, like we'd all be out there looking at electronics, and we'd all catch them. But like the guys who can use it all times of the year is impressive. Like I'm not that good at it.
I think the guys that really set themselves apart these days are the guys that can find fish using their graphs in like less than 10 foot of water.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that really set themselves apart. And I'm not one of those guys. I mean, I can catch a bass on live because of live scope, but that's like that's like so easy a caveman can do it. I'm not an electronics guy at all.
Yeah. When you can find stuff less than 10 foot of water and then catch fish off of it is, like Alton said, that sets you apart. That's probably one of the hardest things to do.
Probably what Thrift and Wheeler are doing this week, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
What's one thing you'd most like to improve upon? If you do one thing better, what would it be?
Dude, my biggest weakness, which we won't really have any tournaments like that this year, but are summertime fishing. Like Tennessee River Ledge type tournaments. We just don't have that in Texas. We have offshore fishing, but they're not current bodies of water, so they're relating to a brush pile or a stump or something like that. They're not just on a current break and there's a million of them there and high pressure schools and things like that. So that's something I would like to get better at. I probably won't get better at it this year with our schedule, but just that's my biggest weakness for sure.
Normally these cold, muddy water tournaments like this is usually my biggest weakness. Like we've had some classics and stuff that's been cold, muddy, and hard to get a bite, and that's usually where I struggle. I mean, this week I did good enough, but it's usually my toughest thing it's hard to do, hard to figure out. So,
do you not feel great about this week? Are you not like feeling like you're the man to beat this week?
No. I mean, but that's
picking that up.
He's always the man to beat.
I know.
No,
He sandbags a lot.
No, I don't.
And I had 2 bites in practice, and I
like tomorrow. Like I'll probably go. No, I mean I'll go nowhere where I've been because I mean I've caught 6 fish, so it's not that good.
But that's what makes you dangerous at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
You're just going fishing.
Yeah,
and that it's a lot harder to go back to places that have been pounded and things like that. A guy that I'd be willing to say that the guy that wins may not even know he's going to win. He may, with as much as it's changing, he may stumble onto it
for sure
tomorrow or the final day even.
Yeah, for sure. I think the guy this tournament is going to just figure it out the next day, and then the final day figure it out even more. That's when you win a tournament, I guess.
Yeah. 9 times out of 10, when anybody wins a multi-day event, it's something they figure out during.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
We're going to finish with, we're going to bring back the game of bass fishing Jenga. So you played this before.
I think so.
All right. So you know the game Jenga where you just pull a piece out?
Yep.
So if you could, I'll let you go first since you played this before. If you could, all of the qualities of Alton Jones Jr. It can be personal, it can be fishing. I prefer fishing, but if you could pull a Jenga piece out of Alton Jones Jr. and you could keep that would be yours. What would you choose from him?
I would choose his big swim bait game he's got, because he's confident in his big baits, and I don't even know if I own a bait bigger than like 6 inches. So
Not a big bait guy.
I'm not a big bait guy.
Okay.
But we just don't do it all. It's not like popular, and so I don't do much of it. I don't have any confidence in it. Like if somebody said go catch one on a glide bait, I'd just laugh at them because I don't think I've ever caught one on it. So
yeah, it's not really for tournament applications. The
Right.
only reason I'm good at it is because that's what I do all off season. We've got some special bodies of water close to home that are good for it that allow me to learn it. But I don't think you'll see me picking up a glide bait when a tournament's on the line.
Got it.
Because you're fishing for a bite a day type deal.
yeah.
So
All right. Same question to you. All
But
of
he
the
throws
pieces.
big bait. I mean, you do throw some big swim baits times
Yeah,
in tournaments
yeah.
and catch fish on them.
yeah, but then the glide bait's a whole nother.
Yeah.
Right.
Like there's big swim baits and then there's glide baits. That's the whole.
Well, I'm just talking about everything
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take that piece out and put it in my arsenal.
Okay. All right. So
Can I say his bank account?
You could. You could.
No, probably. I mean, I said my biggest weakness was probably offshore, and I know he lives on Gunnersville and grown up on the Tennessee River. I'd probably take his just his whole Tennessee
My
River
waypoints.
knowledge. Yeah, your digits.
That's all it is. Is waypoints.
Yeah, well, I mean, but you know what I mean. You know how to. It's all about setting up and timing, and like all you boys with your TVA app being like, oh, they're turning the current on at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Type deal. Like, that's all over
Yeah.
my head. So probably just like Tennessee River expertise. Probably what I'd choose.
Yeah. You wouldn't choose his calm, cool demeanor.
No, he's pretty calm. You're pretty
Yeah,
calm.
you're both pretty chill. You're
I
both
don't
pretty
get
chill.
I mean, I get worked up, but not terribly. Usually when I get worked up, it's because of Baylor football or something. Not,
Yeah, not
I
fishing.
don't think I've ever seen either of you two mad ever.
You hadn't been with us long enough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you do, but I just
It happens.
It happens.
happens.
You just don't see it a lot of times. Like, I mean, I was frustrated yesterday, but I mean, nobody would have known probably. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
You learn it doesn't do you any good to be frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, it just really doesn't. There's nobody that fishes better when they're wigged out and frustrated and mad.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying I don't get that way sometimes, but it just doesn't help.
Yeah.
So you guys have tackle to work on today? What's your schedule for the rest of the day?
A little bit. I think I'm gonna rig up. I mean, I didn't set the hook that much, so I don't think I
was about to say it's easy to do tackle when you don't catch any fish.
Yeah, it's already ready to go.
Doing.
It's already ready to go. Rods are on the deck. Probably won't even put them up.
Yeah.
Let them get rained on. They'll be good to go. Nice and lubed up.
There you go.
Mystic.
You gonna use some Mystic lubricants on it?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some of those on.
We'll end
some
it
on the line.
End it with a plug.
Yeah.
Good job.
There you go.
Appreciate you guys coming by. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joel.
Had fun.